Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Pink Wednesdays podcast, where every Wednesday we wear pink and we.
Sorry, can we do it again? I was like this. I'm sorry if I'm a bit awkward, by the way. I feel a bit nervous because it's my first podcast. And I get like a bit of a twitchy lip just addressing the situation.
I didn't see anything.
Can you not? Okay,
No.
good. Okay.
But you always do really well on your videos on your channel.
I do love doing the videos. I think I just need to do it more.
I think a lot of you will remember Sophie because
Yeah.
she was the love interest in a couple of music videos.
Yeah, it was a
And-
few music videos ago now.
Yeah.
We did like so much together when I think
Yeah.
about it.
Can't believe it's been so long.
I think it's been like 2 years.
Doesn't feel like it because now that I'm seeing you, it's like.
Yeah, it's blown over.
Today's episode is gonna be sort of like a mukbang just because we are hungry.
Yeah.
So we just came back from hanging out with our friend Tana Mojo.
It was the best show.
Mm-hmm.
So good. She's such a pro.
So in case you don't know, we went to the cancelled podcast show that they're doing like an international tour. So they came to London. We went to see them, and I called you like literally, like yesterday. No. The day before.
Yeah, the day before.
Yeah, and I said, I have tickets, do you want to come down? And you did.
Literally the best moment of my life. I was literally sitting watching one of the videos and I think I manifested it. I actually do. I was watching their latest vlog and then literally 2 minutes after you just messaged saying, do you want to go? No, but thank you, because that's been like a dream. It was so good. It was like seeing someone who I've watched all my life and then seeing them in person was like so cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was even like a little bit emotional at first.
Me too, yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna feel like that, but it's funny, isn't it? Because it's like meeting a friend. Obviously, she doesn't know us, but it feels like we know.
I know, I was waving like,
hi, go girl.
And like all the ground floor, so we were sitting on like the middle, we were sitting in the dress circle, like the circle,
Yeah.
but we were row A, and then like I could see everyone on the ground floor standing up, like doing a standing ovation, so I stood up and I was like, woo, but then no one else stood up.
Oh, we should have been there. I accidentally lied to you
Oh, what?
about this where we were sitting.
Oh, yeah.
So when I booked the tickets, I was sure we were like front row in the middle, but I looked at it wrong, like, because they didn't show the map of the whole place. They just showed each section separately.
Yeah.
So I just saw front row in the middle, and I was like, oh, yay! I even said that on the podcast before, like, I can't believe I thought it was going to be sold out, but I got the best tickets accidentally.
She was like, come on, it's the best seats in the house.
And that's how I convinced you to come down to London. I was like,
I
don't
would've
come to
came.
this. I've got like front row seats right in the middle. And then when we got there, we were like, uh-oh.
She was like, they'll see us, we'll be right at the front.
Yeah, we were like, let's wear really cute outfits so they notice us.
Let's
So
wear
they wanna be friends.
we were like, let's wear dark and pastel outfits. I would have still came even if we weren't like in the front, but we still were at the front anyway. But that was funny.
Yeah. So a lot has happened to you in the past 2 years. I still can't believe it's been that long.
I know. When was the last time I saw you? Was it Eat You Alive?
I think Eat You Alive, yeah.
So much has happened in between. Like, I got married, you got divorced, and then I broke up with my wife, and then you got married again.
Like switch.
In 2 years, yeah.
It's crazy.
It is. But I'm glad we've reconnected.
Me too.
Very glad, yeah.
It's weird because we are like so similar in so many ways. Like, I don't know if it's like our energy or what it is, but we always seem to be like thinking or doing similar things in a way.
Yeah.
Like when I started the podcast, literally
That was actually crazy,
that
wasn't
was crazy.
it? Yeah.
Because when I had the idea for it, you were literally the first person I thought that would be like a really good co-host.
Oh.
But I thought she's not going to want to do it because she lives so far away. Sophie lives in the north of England and I live in the south of England.
Yeah.
And then I invited Fazana to be the co-host and she said yes. And literally like a week after that, we hadn't even started filming it. You messaged me saying, do you want to do a podcast together? It could be all pink and everything. And I was like, what?
Isn't that
And that
crazy?
was literally the concept.
Yeah, and I wrote out like we could do this, and this, and I was like, oh my god.
We literally had the same idea at the same time.
And wasn't it I think I texted you it, and wasn't it like an hour later your first episode actually went up?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah, it was like crazy.
Yeah.
It's a shame you live so far away because otherwise we would be filming together all the time.
I know.
And like doing dances and
Mhm.
music videos and everything.
Do you know what? I would definitely travel more to come and do
Oh,
it.
you
I
should. You
would,
can always
yeah.
stay here.
Yeah, I'll stay on this couch.
You know what else that happened? I don't think you're gonna believe me
What?
because I never, I never said it when it happened.
What?
But so you know how you're going to uni in Sunderland now, studying
Mhm.
psychology. When I lived in New York for a few months,
Mhm.
I was feeling like a bit discouraged with my career choices.
Yeah.
And I was thinking maybe I'll go back to uni. And I was thinking if I were to go back to uni, I would study
Yeah.
psychology because I find it really interesting.
Oh my
And then
god.
I was looking at places of like where I would go.
Uh-huh.
And I literally looked at Sunderland
Oh my
University.
god.
I swear. And that was before you started. It was like,
Mhm.
when was I living in New York? More or less 2 years
It
ago
wasn't that
too.
long ago, yeah.
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 But it was
That's
before you started
crazy.
yours. I was thinking, oh my God, I could go live in Sunderland and go to psychology
Mhm.
university there. And then when I saw you had started, I was like,
We were like, oh my
oh my
god.
God.
It's funny because on that year then when you were going to start it, I actually started then and then I dropped out.
Oh, really?
And then I went back.
We
Yeah,
could have
so
started together.
yeah, we
That
could
would
have
have been so
started
much
together.
fun.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? That's wild.
That's insane. Do you
Yeah.
believe me? Because
Yeah.
it's so insane.
I do
And
because
I
I
literally
feel
haven't
like
mentioned it to anybody, like, so I
oh
don't
my
even have
god.
proof, but
Yeah, I feel like this does happen. Like, how did we even meet is a bit blurry. Like, I don't know.
you messaged me.
I had a dream because in lockdown I used to watch your videos and I got into like you and Eileen and like all that content
Mhm.
and content and then and I had this like dream that I was doing the show. Remember when I said I had a
Oh,
dream
yeah,
that
yeah,
you were
yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah.
shows and you weren't doing them then? I think I told you when we met and I had this dream that you were doing a show and I was like choreographing and running around like helping out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I messaged you saying like if you ever want to do a show.
I think you messaged me during lockdown and then we couldn't do anything.
Mm.
And then lockdown ended and then I was planning to film Torture. And then I
Yeah.
remembered, oh, there's this girl who is a dancer and choreographer and she offered
Yeah.
to choreograph. And I thought, oh, that would be really cool to have dancers for this video. And I messaged you and you actually said yes.
Yeah.
And then, like, pretty soon after that, I was going to Sunderland for a whole week to audition the girls.
Yeah.
That was
That was
oh my
so
God.
good.
That was probably one of the best days of my life.
Yeah,
That
me
audition.
too.
It was so
Wasn't
much
it?
fun.
That was so good. And like everybody turned up. There must have been about 30 dancers there, wasn't there?
Yeah. And it felt
So
like a childhood dream, when you plan like, oh, I'm gonna be a singer and I'm gonna hold auditions for dancers.
Yeah.
I mean, at least I did as a kid.
Yeah.
It was so nice that all those dancers actually showed up and auditioned, and we had like pictures of the headshots.
The headshots.
And we're
It was
talking through
professional. Yeah.
it. It was so much fun.
It
I
was
love that.
I've still got all the videos from that, you know.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that was
and there's the
best.
vlog.
Yeah, there's the whole vlog. I'd love to do it again.
Me
That was
too.
good.
Oh, we should do a music video like that again with dancers.
Can you remember you loved every single dancer, so like I was like, no, you have to just pick like 4 or something, wasn't it, like your
Yeah.
top 4?
Yeah.
And then like she picked that top 4 and then she was like, no, I feel so bad, can we just ask everyone to be in it? And you asked everyone to come and be in it, and then
And then we
what?
hung out with everybody too and went out
Yeah.
with everybody.
We
It
went
was-
out and celebrated that night.
Yeah, yeah.
I took you to the gay scene in
Yeah,
Newcastle.
that's true. Oh, it was so much fun.
Yeah, it was. It was really, really
Yeah.
good.
And then I came back for a whole other week to actually film the video, and we had like rehearsals all week before. And it was so
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, it was
Oh,
fun. It was. What did we do? So we did rehearsals, and then we went to the Metro Centre. Can you remember? And we got
Yeah.
the matching sprays.
yeah. I still have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna like jog my memory.
Yeah.
back.
I'm like that
Oh.
with smells too. Like
Oh.
it brings back
I'm
the
gonna
memories straight
cry.
away. Oh.
Oh my god, smell it.
Oh my God! It brings me. Oh my God! We're getting emotional too.
Oh. It really
Oh,
was the
such a
best time,
special
wasn't
time.
it?
Yeah.
They were the best times. We need to do another video.
We need to do it.
Yeah, we do. Oh, and then you went back. Didn't you go like in between? You went back home. Yeah, you
mhm.
did. You went home and you got all the costumes. And I taught you your solo and you were doing it in your flat. And you were sending me videos like doing all the
Doing
choreography.
dances, yeah. I think I went home for about a month and I was like rehearsing that choreography for about a month.
Yeah, you
Then
did.
for you, it took you like a day to learn it and
No,
create it.
you're really good. You're a
And
good dancer.
it took me a month to rehearse.
I feel like immediately you were just on it with the dancing. Because you
Aww.
came in and we did Unholy,
Mm-hmm.
and you were doing like the hair whips on the floor, and you were really good immediately. And then you came to the class. How do you do that? Because you do just jump into it and you are good at it.
Oh, thank you. I don't think I'm good, but
You
I
are.
did a lot of ballet when I was younger, so I have a
Mm-hmm.
bit of muscle memory from there, I
Yeah.
guess. But like I'm not flexible, and I can't do any of like the
You are.
impressive stuff, like lots of turns or anything like that.
You are flexible.
But I've been training to do the splits, but I haven't gotten there yet.
How are you training? Just doing like splits every other day? Or like
Yeah, like
stretching?
stretching all the legs
Yeah.
stretches. It's so funny because I do them at the gym, and then everybody's
I
doing.
bet everyone's like, ooh, loving it.
Oh, and it would be a bit better if I could actually do it, like, if I did a full split, because then it'd be kind of impressive. But I'm like,
Are you just hovering?
I'm just hovering.
Your arms are shaking.
Yeah.
I love that you just do that though.
Oh, oh my god, but it's the story of my life. Like, I'm actually so shy and so like mortified about doing everything, but I wanna do it so bad that I like
you're
get past
determined.
that and I do it. But
Yeah.
it's
It's not easy.
I'm aware I'm a bit embarrassing.
No. You're not at all. You're going for your passion. And that's more
Oh.
important. By the way, you on the video got every single girl who danced a champagne glass. Didn't you?
Yeah.
Can you remember with like their name engraved?
Yeah.
That was so special. I've still got mine.
Oh.
Yeah,
I've
that
got
was really
one too.
special. Have you?
The whole thing, like all the girls were so great, like and so lovely. It's such a shame it's so far away because
I know.
if I lived there, like I would go to a dance studio every week, and I would be so good by now if I had been going.
You are good though. You do bits and bobs here, don't you?
I think after that we did the gig, wasn't it? So then I came up for a bit to rehearse, and then you came down and stayed over, and we did the gig.
Yeah. Can you remember? It's not a good memory, really, but can you remember when we did that? That.
I know what you're gonna say.
The breathing thing. Why did we do that? And we just sobbed for like 2 hours.
Oh my god, I did.
That
I was
was
in such a bad place.
Me too.
And I mean, great memories about the music videos and everything,
The
but
best.
everything in my personal life was going to shit so
Same.
bad. I was like
Me
not in a
too.
good place. And then you invited me to the
I was like, let's do a breath workshop. This is going to be
Yeah.
so good for us.
yeah, it was like the morning before rehearsal.
Yeah.
And we went to the breath workshop.
And they had all the incense, and they had like mats on the floor with blankets because it was freezing as well, remember? Oh, she's amazing, the girl who does it. Like, it's nothing about her. It was just me and you.
Yeah. So everybody was quiet, and I was like sobbing, ugly crying. And then at the end, they were like, we did a circle, and they were asking each person just like talk about how they were feeling.
Oh yeah.
And I think we were probably supposed to say something like, "Oh, it's relieved."
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Oh, I'm so depressed. I tried to kill myself. I'm doing drugs." And everybody was like,
everyone's like, thanks for sharing. Oh, no, that was the place to say.
Yeah, oh my god.
But me too, I was like, I don't want to dance anymore, I'm closing this studio, because it was in my studio, and I was like, I'm not dancing again. And then the woman was like, oh, like, it was just a lot, like, I do want to still dance. It was just in that, something was going on there, wasn't it?
We were both going through some shit mentally.
We were, yeah.
I think we're in much better places now.
Yeah,
like,
me too. We were chaotic before.
Yeah, we're in our wholesome era.
Yeah, we actually are.
Yeah, I feel like that. Like, oh my god, obviously I'm still the same person, but I feel like I'm so much more stable, and I've learned so much.
You seem just calmer, but like inside.
And I'm trying to keep more things to myself, like not put so much out there. On the interwebs.
So what happened after we did the breath workshop? We had a rehearsal.
Then we went to Nando's and cried some more.
Oh yeah, we went to Nando's. Why were we just... We cried and cried.
Yeah.
Remember the after party after Torture, though?
Yeah, that
We
was so...
set up a little after party in the studio.
Yeah, oh my
That
God.
was so fun.
And that cake that we baked that nobody ate.
So, oh God. So yeah, it was like, we had to do so many things within like 3 days, wasn't it? And you were staying at an Airbnb. We're telling this so jumbled.
We're telling it so jumbled. It's fun for us. Everybody watching is like, what are
Yeah,
they
they're like,
talking
what are
about?
they
We're not explaining anything. So one of the things we had to do in those few days before the music video was bake a cake that I think ended up not being used.
Because it was terrible.
It was terrible. We had this thing that was like supposed to be like a banquet with all the vampires on the table.
Yeah.
And we had like food.
Yeah.
And I wanted like a big like 3-tiered cake.
This was a massive cake with like red icing. You spent
Yeah.
ages on it.
So we baked this cake. It was like a red velvet cake. And it was all right, but it took us so long because I think we started baking at like midnight. We didn't have the ingredients. We went to this 24-hour supermarket.
Yeah.
Got all the things, got wine.
Oh my God, yeah, yeah.
And came back and we were drinking and baking this cake. We baked the cake and then I think you went to sleep and I got icing. But I'm no baker.
Did you pipe it on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, did it look like a thrill? I must have a picture of it somewhere. And I think I put like eyeball sweets on it.
Yes, you did. Because you wanted it to be like vampire-y. And it was just this red blob with eyeballs.
It was so ugly. And it was like such a thick layer of icing that I think completely ruined the cake. And then we decided against it and I just got like sweets for the table.
Yeah.
Because
strawberries.
So much for trying to save money instead of like getting a cake from a bakery.
I know why. Yeah, I know.
I spent hours and hours making. So after filming the music video, we did this after party at your studio with all the dancers, and everybody brought like snacks and things. And I brought this massive cake that
I don't remember you bringing the cake. Oh
because nobody touched it. It wasn't even cut.
It was just still there the next morning. Probably the eyeballs. It was what did it. It wasn't your icing.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
For the torture music video, I had this big dress on that had like a hoop skirt, but this hoop skirt was something I got on Amazon that was just like white and supposed to go like under a dress. But I bought it white and then I sprayed it red so it would go with the whole outfit. But for some reason, I think I got my timings wrong. And instead of ordering it at home like way before and doing it at home, I had to order like this spray and this skirt, everything to the Airbnb where I was staying in Sunderland.
Did you actually? I didn't know about that part.
Yeah. So when I arrived in Sunderland, pretty much the same day I ordered all these things on Amazon to be delivered there. And then I was like, how am I gonna spray this skirt in this Airbnb? So I covered all the floors with plastic.
Yeah.
And I
the
sprayed
bin bag.
it. Yeah, you were there.
I was there.
You were there.
You were spraying it for hours.
But I don't think you saw me. I don't think you saw the aftermath when I took the bin bags.
I didn't see was the floor red.
Oh, the floor was red.
Yeah.
And I was scrubbing for hours.
Well, where was I in that part? What else happened on the video? Did anything like...
We almost froze to death.
It was very cold.
So the castle, they said to me, do you want heating? It's like £200 or something for heating because it costs a lot to heat a castle. And I was like, it's December. It was like -3, it was snowing.
You love to be warm as well. Like, it's about 100 degrees in here.
Oh, is it?
No, it's nice though. Oh my God, that's another thing that you do. So in the Airbnb, right, I would get there. And then I'm like, I walk in, it's like whoosh with heat. And I'd be like, Julia, it's like hot in here. And then the oven was like open, just like blasting heat. And she's standing shivering like, yeah, just get...
Sunderland is very cold.
It was snowing at the time.
So we paid extra for heating the castle.
Yeah.
Get to the castle. It's fucking freezing.
You were shivering.
And we were all wearing lingerie. And I was so cold. And I think y'all Sunderland girls are a bit tougher than me with weather
Yeah.
conditions.
Yeah.
Me being from Brazil, so I was shivering the whole time. And then I had to film outside. Well, you did too. You had a scene outside.
It was cold. It makes it harder to like move, doesn't it? But you do, so you can't tell that you were cold. And you're always like the most cold. How do you always end up in like cold situations?
I don't know how I do that to
Yeah.
myself. Have you seen any of my videos about having hypothermia
Yeah.
on the latest videos?
Yeah, you're always like
I
freezing
don't know.
yourself.
I always do things like that to myself.
Yeah. Do you actually get hypothermia?
Well, I didn't go to the doctors, but I read the symptoms, and this is what I had. Like,
Oh
I felt
my
the same
God.
symptoms.
Yeah. So what else happened? So we did the video.
Yeah, I came back to London.
Yeah.
Then the next thing I think was the gig.
And that was good.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was the first time I met Eileen.
The next thing was You Two Alive. That was like so much quicker, the process for that compared to Torture. Because it was just me and you dancing.
Oh yeah, we did the little sort of tango.
And I think you were a bit busier at the time too. So like we only rehearsed the day before. Yeah, you just came down and stayed over and we rehearsed the day before. It came out surprisingly good considering.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say your part obviously was good because you're a dancer.
No, but
I think
yours
my
was
part was
great.
a lot easier than yours. I love choreography.
Yeah, but I think it was harder for you because you're tinier than me. Like, you're taller, but you're smaller. Especially when you had to have, like, the lifting parts. And can you remember when I was doing the back bend and we kept falling?
Oh, yeah.
Come, I'm like, catch me. And then you'd be like, That was funny, no. It was so good. And that house was beautiful, what we did it in. It was beautiful.
And so when my friend Karen had a seizure at the end.
That was one of the scariest moments of my life, you know, because you were in the bathtub doing your like blood scene and I was like on the stairs and she just came over like to say hi and then I was like, oh hi. And I think I just noticed something in her eyes and she sort of spun around and I thought, oh, and then she came over and like fell and started to really like convulse. It was so scary. And then I think I was saying, it's okay, because I didn't really know what was happening. I didn't want her to bang her head off the floor. So I was sort of holding her up. And then I think you like heard something.
Then I heard something, yeah, because we had actually pretty much finished. We were going to do just one more scene of the bathtub just for good luck. And then I heard something and then I just jumped out like tits out. And and called 911, no 911, 999.
Yeah. And we had all those things stuck in our eyeballs.
Oh,
and we couldn't get them out.
That dancer.
We started freaking out. All of
dancer.
us like, it's the contacts.
One of the actresses I hired.
Yeah.
She had I don't know. She had really long nails on, or something. She couldn't get the contacts out, and it took like about 3 people to get the contacts out.
All of us had our fingers in our eyes. She was just there like.
And I think they stayed over too, didn't they?
Yeah.
A couple of the actresses. I didn't know them.
I know, they were nice, weren't they? They were all really
they were
nice.
lovely. Yeah, because I knew you and my friend Karen, but the other girls were just girls I hired. But then they decided to stay too.
Yeah,
everybody
it was
stayed.
Really nice. Yeah, it was good vibes.
The place where we filmed that video was like a manor house Airbnb. That was it an Airbnb? I don't know. They knew we were filming.
Yeah,
but it was somewhere where you could stay over. There were like bedrooms, so everybody stayed over. It was so much fun.
It had like 6 bedrooms and it was like a huge house, wasn't it? It was amazing.
And Karen was okay in the end. Like the ambulance came and
she was
tested
fine.
Her. She was fine.
I was more worried about her than she was. Remember, she was like, I'm fine. And I think it was because of the lights, wasn't it? She didn't know she had epilepsy.
Oh my god, that's something. My video that I just posted has a lot of flashing lights. I should do like a warning somehow. Not sure.
I didn't notice it was intense, but yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that intense. Okay, that's fine. When I was filming, it was really intense because it was like constant. And oh my god, so you know, like the control panels behind me with the lights.
Yeah.
So to make them flash like that, because usually they don't flash, they just come on depending on what happens like to the insides, because they were real things that like Keith built.
Oh my god.
Like for real clients. So they're somewhere in some factory now.
I know what you mean.
They're not in his workshop anymore. They've been delivered to clients now. So they're somewhere actually working.
What actually is it?
It's like, you know, like the thing that controls little light, like a
Oh, like a
board.
light board.
Light board, yeah. It's kind of
Oh,
like that,
yes.
but like massive for like hospitals or
Mm-hmm.
schools, hotels, like big buildings like that. They have
Mm.
mega things like that, and
Yeah.
they control like other things too, like the heating and
Mm-hmm.
whatever you make them do. Like each one
Right.
is different. So all those things behind me were real things, but they usually don't flash like that. The
Mm-hmm.
buttons, they just like if the heating is on, then it'll be on.
Yeah.
But then keep wired is especially for me, so they would flash.
Oh my God.
But for some reason, every time they flashed, there was this horrible, horrible noise, like this beeping noise. So for the whole time, I was like singing and pretending to enjoy myself. It was this flashing lights and this horrible noise. Super loud.
Really? You would
Yeah.
never know. I was wondering what that was because it looks so cool. I loved your overall
Oh,
scene.
thank you.
Loved that. And I love the wings. They're amazing. That was such a like aesthetically pleasing.
It took about so long.
Did you make
so long
them?
to make them? Yeah, took about a week.
Oh my God.
And I cut feather by feather because they were all fake feathers because I didn't want to use real feathers.
I can't believe you make everything.
And this time I didn't have to spray the floor.
I want to do more. We need to do another one.
Yeah, next music video we should do choreography.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
Yes, 100%. You should do. I'm like, you should do pop.
I want to do new songs too, but I want to do some pop versions of existing songs. Like
your songs, like, oh yeah.
Like I think Judge Me and like Torture would be quite nice as like dance pop songs.
Yeah.
Torture would be cool.
I wonder how it would go. Like, oh, that's interesting.
That'll be fun,
Yeah.
really.
I actually loved your video for therapy.
Oh, did you?
Yes, so good. And you looked so pretty. And there was a butch lesbian in it. It was really cool. What else did we do? We've got more memories. Remember when we had that FaceTime when you were in Brazil?
Oh my God.
Blacked out drunk by the end.
So
did you know?
I.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
so was I.
Because I woke up and I was like, oh, I don't remember what I said. Like, I don't remember saying goodbye.
We had dinner, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had dinner and drinks, but like on FaceTime.
On FaceTime. It was so good, wasn't it?
It was really good. I got super drunk too.
Me too, because I had that, but I think it had just been like Christmas, so I had like a bottle of champagne. I was just drinking it. It was really funny. What other memories have we got?
I don't know.
I wrote Smelly Boots Gate.
Smelly Boots Gate. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I think I took your boots out of the trash in the first place, but I didn't realize.
So the boots, though, first of all, I had these. I opened the studio just after lockdown, and these were my studio boots.
Dancing boots.
Dancing boots. But like, I don't wear socks when I dance because I like to grip. But anyway, like these boots were just, I mean, the good boots, but I just felt like they were so worn. And then when I started to take them off, I was like, oh, I think they're like a bit smelly. So when I came to do the music video, I had like 1 minute to catch my train.
No, but before that, before we left the venue,
yes,
I found.
Did I try and bin them?
Yeah,
I binned them.
I didn't realize it was you.
I was like, they're too smelly.
So there were lots of things because there were outfits that I got for everybody that was bringing back, and it was all like exploded all over the house because you know, in the rush of filming a music video, it's all like very fast paced because you only have one day. You know, because you're paying for the videographers and the venue, so you've got to get everything done, and it's like really fast paced.
Yeah.
So there's no time for tidying up. You know, you finished with an outfit. You know, and it was like, I don't know, 5 different women doing that, and like I had to quickly gather all these things. So I was gathering all the stuff, and then I find your boots in the bin.
These witchy boots.
And I thought, oh no, that was so stupid. Just don't know somebody.
Did you think, oh,
somebody put Sophie's boots in the bin?
Oh, is that what you thought?
That's so dumb. I'm like, why did I think that?
Oh, that's nice though. That's nice.
I think it's because I don't know if like I thought somebody thought one of the actresses just left it behind, so let's put
like
it in the
they
bin.
didn't realize.
But I knew they were yours. I was like, oh no, somebody put Sophie's boots in the bin.
My old dried up witchy boot that had the longest toe, but like because I'd been dancing in them, the toe was like stubbed up. So I just thought they've seen their day. It's time to go.
So I took your boots out of the trash. and put them in the car, thinking, you know, I was doing you a favor, but no, really, I was.
You're just bagging them, bagging a baby.
I didn't mean to. I was trying to give them to you.
Well, the thing is, I
didn't realize that you didn't want them.
The thing is, so all I knew was that I'd thrown them away.
So Sophie had to jump out the car really quick to catch her train because we were late. Yeah. And then I said,
my bag and went.
I said, don't forget your boots because they weren't in your bag because I had taken them out of the trash. And you were just like, no, don't worry about them.
Because I was like, oh, they're just in the bin or whatever. Then
fast forward a year
later, Julia's like, she's dancing in London. I'm like, oh, good to see Julia dancing. And then I think, what are those witchy boots? And then I zoom in and I'm like, oh, I'm like, she's got my smelly boots on. I don't know how you dance in them because don't you find the toe weird?
The toe is weird. No, let me explain. Let me explain. So I took the boots home because you didn't take them to the station, and I was puzzled for a bit because I was like, well, I know she was late, but the boots were there. You could have just grabbed them. So then I started thinking, oh, they were in the trash.
Yeah, you put two and two
together. I put two and two together and realized that you
I didn't want
them. So then I had a dance class and I thought they must be good for dancing because Sophie used to wear them. So I took them and I was like, oh, they're so comfortable. And then I started wearing them.
Did you not notice anything? Did you not notice anything about them?
I didn't find them smelly because
that's good.
Because I think they were just in my closet for so long.
They'd like dried out. It sounds awful, doesn't it? I don't think they were that bad.
But then I posted this video and you commented, "These boots look familiar." Like that. And I was like, "Oh no, she's gonna think I stole her trash." I still wear them. Just last week I was wearing them.
I'm glad that they're having a long life.
One man's trash is another man's treasure, isn't it?
I was happy to see you, and then I was like, oh, at least she's getting good use out of them. But you've got, like, if you could see here, she's got like a million boots and
why
shoes.
Do I have to steal yours?
Yeah, why do you want those, like,
well, you know what it is? Because all my shoes are like platforms, like at the front.
That's true, they're a stiletto.
Yeah, and I remember you telling me that it's harder to dance with like chunky boots. And it's true because it weighs on your feet a bit.
Yeah,
and yours are just perfect. And I actually bought a pair that's like pretty similar, thinking like I'm gonna replace them for new ones so Sophie doesn't think I have smelly boots. But they're not comfy like yours.
I know, it's better when you wear them in.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna wear them until they fall apart.
Yeah. That's what I do. I framed one of my first shoes from Dance Lab because I wore it through to the end because it's like once you get a pair of good dance heels, but they're like ripped and like torn, but they're the best kind.
Yeah.
I wrote music video thinking it was me. I wonder what that means. Oh. I know what it is.
What? Oh, I know.
Why do I think I've got main character syndrome, clearly?
I know what you're going to say.
So you actually put out a little teaser for your new video.
That wasn't even the music video itself. It was just a reel.
Just a random, but me thinking that I'm like... I don't know why. It's because, this used to be my staple outfit, was a black blazer and thigh-high boots. That was it. That was my staple of it. So then I saw this video and I thought, is Julia pretending to be me? Like cosplaying as me? Why would I think that? What a weirdo.
So it's this video where, like, I'm wearing a brown wig and like a coat, and then I take the wig off and I have pink hair. And
like
I take the coat
everyone would wear a coat and like, I don't own that style.
I see what you mean because you do wear blazers and thigh-high boots, and that was like, I see how you could have thought that. I was trying to look a bit more like traditional, but it was like, I thought I'll be like having non-colorful hair.
Yeah.
And then I thought I'll put something on top, and then the only thing I had that I thought was like, oh, like a blazer is a bit more traditional.
Yeah.
But obviously I was wearing thigh-high boots underneath and you could still see that anyway.
Do you know what? I'm gonna send you a like some pictures of me with that outfit just to prove.
I've
we'll
seen
put
you
it
with
in.
outfits like that. It's true, but I did not think of that when I was filming the
Yeah,
video.
I was
But
like,
someone actually commented something like, "You look like no, you look like Sophie."
was
Or
it not me? Was it
is-
not just
you
me?
no, you commented something too, but there
Oh
was
yeah.
someone else saying that I looked like you. And then after that, you said, "Is that supposed to be me?" or something like that. I was like, "What?"
Why would I think that? I know, like making everything about me. That must be me.
I can see it now that you said about the blazer
Yeah.
and the boots. I can see it now, but at
That
the
was
time it was
funny.
funny.
Yeah. Isn't it funny when you get Botox though and you can't smile? Like, I don't know if I even look like I'm smiling when I'm smiling. It's just the mouth. It's like the eyes are like,
It
no.
looks natural.
I'm like,
Can you
"Does it look
go
like
like
you?"
this?
Oh, I
Oh!
don't like it because there's one bit that goes up still like, it's like that Mona
Yeah.
Lisa picture.
Mine is almost fully gone.
You still don't have wrinkles, you've got like 2.
I got on my neck.
You actually do. I think every human does, I think.
Pretty much. Well, since then I've been noticing like a lot of
Having
like
a look.
people in their early 20s and they have it.
I have it.
I think it's more of like a genetic thing than an age thing. Because even my pictures from when I was a lot younger, I already had it. But I didn't notice it before because I thought I'm young.
Yeah.
And now
yeah. No, you're just thinking it's because you're older. Well, I thought that about these ones, but when I look back,
yeah, nothing.
you know, like like when I smile, but I've had them like forever. So I think some are just like
nothing. I
there.
bet you still get ID'd.
Weirdly. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Don't know why. So when I didn't have the Botox, I'd like smiled to show them. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't have to get ID'd. But yeah, I think the
I
day
always
was
get
stopped.
ID'd.
That's good. Imagine the day where they're like, oh yeah, you just go through.
Oh, there was one time at Tesco. Tesco is a supermarket here in England. You know when you're doing the self-service and scanning the things yourself. And then when it's alcohol, someone comes over to check your ID.
Yeah.
But then on the screen, there's 2 buttons. There's one that's like, shown ID.
Yeah.
And the other one says something like, clearly looks over 25.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
And then this woman looked at me and clicked on clearly looks over
How
25.
rude.
How rude.
That's rude. You actually don't. You've got a baby face. Yeah.
Usually people think I'm a lot younger. Oh my god, there was this time.
What?
It was so funny. I think it was last year. I went delivering with Keith because the panels we were talking about.
Oh yeah.
He has to deliver them sometimes, and sometimes like it's in another city, so it's like a road trip, and I'll go along. So this one was being delivered to a school, and it was during like lunch break or something, so the kids were around, like teenagers.
Yeah.
And Keith went off like with the panel to deliver it somewhere, and I just stayed in the car. And then this kid that was probably like 14, 15, comes over to me and says, "Oh, hi, what are you doing here?" And I thought, he was just curious about why someone in my school.
Yeah.
And I explained, what we were doing there. And he says, "Oh, how old are you?" And I say 29. And then he looked like,
did he?
Oh god. And then he says, "Oh no, too old," and walked off.
Oh no. How rude.
He thought he was flirting, and then he found out it was an
how
old
old
lady.
was he?
He was probably like 15 or something.
And then he went, oh, too
and he was
old.
like, "Oh, no."
But see, that's a good thing because you're passing for 15.
I don't think I'm passing for 15, but maybe he thought I was like
Yeah.
a bit younger.
Oh, God.
But the look of shock in his face.
What month's your wedding, by the way? What's your vibe? Like, do you have a colour scheme?
So the color scheme for the wedding is like white and silver.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, and I've decided I'm not gonna film it. Maybe I'll film like or get a friend to film or something for my own personal memories, but I'm not gonna post it.
Yeah,
Because I'm trying to keep things to myself and yeah.
I get that. It's nice.
And I don't want him to feel like that everything is a show.
Yeah, it wants to be like just for you two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the family, and I don't want to like put his family on the internet either.
Do you not think we're sort of spiritual, like tapped into something?
I think so. I think we're like friendship soulmates. Like,
Me too.
because we have
Mm-hmm.
like a weird connection like that with things that
Yes.
like we're so similar. I mean, we are quite different in some ways, but it's like a connection, like things happen at the same time to us and
Mm-hmm.
we have the same ideas at the
It's the
same
red
time.
string. There's a thing called like the red string of fate, I think. So I think what it basically is like everybody who's meant to meet is connected by this like red string, and it's the red string theory. And I do
Mm.
think so because why I just stumbled across your like YouTube channel, probably because lesbian. And then why did I have the dream? Like that was random, but then that made me like think about you more. Like, oh, maybe I should ask her something. Like,
Mhm.
I haven't asked anyone else anything like a YouTuber.
Everything's like so sort of like spiritual or like
Mm-hmm.
manifestation related with
Yeah,
us. We
yeah.
should do a tarot reading after the podcast. I have
Oh my
what's it
god!
called? A queer tarot.
Can you remember the job interview? Well, can you? Oh my god! Oh, we should do it.
We should do it, yeah.
But can you remember when you like FaceTimed and it was like, I was gonna like give you my pitch for the video, and then I was like, "Do you want a reading?" And then I did a tarot card reading.
Yes.
I
Oh my
totally forgot about
god.
that. Yeah.
Yes,
So we
totally
even
forgot
can.
until now.
We've always gone to this sort of
It's always been
stuff.
like that.
Yeah.
What have you been watching lately?
You know, I just watch a lot of YouTube. I'm like addicted.
What are your favorite YouTube channels?
Mm,
Tana?
you.
Me?
Yeah, you, Tana. Just because it's like a habit. Tana, Trisha. A weird controversial thing. I've been watching Shane again, but not his new stuff, his old stuff. Did you ever watch Shane Dawson?
I did when he was doing the stuff with Jeffree Star.
Uh-huh.
Jeffree Star and Eugenia Cooney and
Oh,
Tana, you know,
yeah.
that whole like
Yeah.
docu-series
Mm-hmm.
era when he went like super, super mega viral.
Yeah.
But before that, I didn't really watch him.
The thing is, he's done and said some awful things.
I'm so out of the loop with that.
Oh,
I know, the only thing I know is that he made a joke about like,
Willow Smith.
oh, that's true. I forgot about that. I was gonna say about his cat.
Well, he did address. I think.
Yeah, the Willow Smith thing is
Yeah,
bad.
it's a bit bad,
It's
isn't it?
bad.
It's very bad. But like, I think I'm not giving excuses because it is awful, and I only watch it for the nostalgia. Like, I watch the funny videos.
Yeah,
It's not like I like support him. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
But I think everybody was doing weird things back then. But I think maybe it's just the way that he addressed it, and he didn't
Yeah.
really like.
There was a strange era of YouTube, and
Wasn't it?
myself included. People were really like being very extreme about things and like
To get views
to
and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Well, look at Trisha.
yeah,
All the stuff she did.
yeah. And I posted some cringy things too.
Did you? You posted cute things. Sometimes I rewatch and it's like my morning, and then you're like, I have a pot noodle, and like it's just cute. It's just you sitting on your bed, like eating your pot noodle. I like your old style of videos.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't do anything proper crazy like people that filmed dead bodies and posted it. Remember that?
Yeah, people were just going like full out.
Yeah,
weren't
there were
they?
some. I remember that era where it was trendy to like fill a bathtub with random stuff.
Yes, and the queuing in the tub.
Yeah.
Yeah, jello bath and stuff.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
each YouTuber was putting like a crazier substance.
You did that.
I didn't feel it with anything weird, but I did bathtub Q&As. Yeah.
You would put weird things in.
Did
I'm sure.
Did I put weird things in?
Like bath bombs, like to make it different
Oh,
colours.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
not like
think.
chocolate.
No. No. Yeah, like Nutella.
Nutella, yeah,
Yeah.
that was like the Nutella bath.
Everyone
I
was
didn't
doing
do
that.
anything like that, probably just because I couldn't afford it at the time to get that much Nutella or something.
We should do it for the next podcast. Queuing in the bath.
Redo like OG YouTube trends.
Yeah, put it in the comments if you want to see. But yeah, people were really just doing crazy things.
There were some crazy things going on. at
What was the
those times.
craziest thing that you did, do you think, on YouTube?
God.
Like
I think it's not so much that I did crazy things like that. It was like the oversharing so much, like so many details that shouldn't have been overshared, and
Yeah, but I think that's what makes it good in a way as well.
yeah, I mean, I like watching stuff like that.
Me too. That's why I like Tana so much. And
Yeah.
today at the show, like I think I like that rawness about people. That's what draws me to
Yeah,
people
I
anyway.
like it too.
But then it's hard because
It's hard when you're the one doing it because it has an actual impact on your real life outside of
yeah,
it.
you have to have a thick skin.
Mm,
Do you feel like you do?
no.
I think that's the hard thing because then, but you have to, and I think you have more than you think because you're still here doing it.
Suppose, yeah.
Yeah, so you do.
Right, so what was your highlight and your low light of the week?
Highlight this.
Oh, yeah,
100%.
me too. I mean, it doesn't seem like I'm copying,
No, but
but
it
it's
is.
for
It
sure.
really is.
Yeah.
And I think this more than the show, doing the
Oh,
podcast.
really?
Yeah.
It's been so nice,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's been so good.
It's good to catch up.
But that's the thing that we were saying about like friendships. Like you have the same specific like quirky interests that I do.
Yeah.
And that's so like rare.
And our energy too, like the way you're like, I mean this in a good way, like a soft person. We're both kind of soft. Like
Yeah, I feel like we can be silent together and it's not awkward.
yeah.
And I'm not like that with many people.
No, me
Yeah,
neither.
we could sit here in silence and it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Isn't that
true.
funny?
Yeah.
What was your lowest point then?
So we went out with this couple of friends last night, and we were just out for a very long time. So I was just drinking beer while we were out, but because we were out for so long, I had quite a few beers.
Yeah.
But we went to this. There's a pub in the neighborhood that kind of turns into a club at night. So we were dancing and everything, and I was wearing a crop top. But then the bouncer came up to me and said, "You can't go out like that wearing a bra."
Oh my god, rude.
Yeah. So I put my jacket on and I was a bit upset.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah, so I was in a bit of a funny mood after that. And then when I woke up this morning, I was so hungover.
I've tried to cut back on my drinking a lot because I can only have a few drinks and then I literally black out.
Yeah, I'm
And
such a lightweight.
I
I drink a lot less now than I used to when I was like not well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
well,
drink.
me too.
I drink a lot less. Yesterday was like an exception. I don't usually drink that much. It's just because I was
Yeah.
out so long and I like sort of lost track of how much I had.
It happens. It
Yeah.
happens. So I've tried to be semi sober, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like if I go somewhere and I know it's like a club environment, I'll take the car and I'll just have a beer or like half a beer, and then I know that I have to go home and like I'm sensible. And I did it the other day and it was fine. And I've never
That's
done that
good.
before. Like I would always just take it to the extreme, you know, and I just don't like that because I just think there comes a time in your life where you're just like, I don't want to do that anymore.
And then it just gives you so much anxiety the next day when
Yeah.
you don't fully remember things and stuff. Yeah, I've been trying to be moderate too.
Yeah.
Apart from yesterday. But I regret it now because it's been feeling a bit rough.
I think now that I've proved that I can do it and drive home, because I really was the type of person that I thought when I was out, I had to drink.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know why I was doing it, but
Yeah, I used to drink a lot just because I'm shy. So like just
Me too.
socialize.
Yeah.
So otherwise I couldn't talk to people.
yes.
And now I just don't talk to people.
Yes, you do. I think the thing is, right, this is the brain thing. It's like we can sometimes like make our brains think that it's confirming it back, like, oh, we are shy or blah blah blah, but in reality we're not really,
Yeah.
because you go and stand on a stage and you like address a room and sing and dance and you're not shy at all. You don't even get nervous. Damn, you can't tell. It's like when I was telling myself that I had ghosts in the house, and like I told you this before, but like I started to go to therapy because I always had this thing when I was on my own that I thought that there was like somebody watching or ghosts, and it's because like all my family really believe in ghosts and they've like talked about them from a young age. But then it came to the point where I couldn't be alone on a night, and like if I woke up at 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning and I saw the clock was on 3, I'd be like, oh, see, it's because it's like the ghost hour, you know, like that's meant to be like the...
Yeah.
So like everything was confirming it back to my brain, like, see, it must be a spirit because it's 3 o'clock. And I was starting to get like really weird about it, and just my heart would be pounding
Oh, so.
I know, it was so weird, and like I truly believed it. And then I literally told my therapist like last week, and ever since then it's gone because I
Oh, you
realized
just
how
needed to
stupid
say,
it was. I
oh.
thought I was like a medium or something. I was like either trying to like connect or, but I think it was in my head.
But I think sometimes when something's put in your head like so much, you end
Mm.
up being like really concerned about it.
Yeah.
Like I remember when Eileen got arrested when we were
Yes.
married. It sounds so bizarre, but like for I think probably like or more than a year after that,
Mm.
I would be like really paranoid about police. Like I
Yeah.
would see a car parked outside our place for too long.
Mhm.
I would think it was police. And I mean,
Oh.
there was no reason like, there
Yeah.
was nothing no reason for that
Like,
to
what have
be
I
the
done?
case. I hadn't done anything. But I would look at it and I'll be like paranoid and
Mhm.
at the time I was really like thinking, "Oh my God, maybe it's a police car."
Oh, it's
But
like a trauma.
yeah,
It
it's
gets
a
stuck.
trauma response.
Yeah.
And I remember this one time I had a really long connecting flight in Spain, and I was at this airport in Spain for 16 hours.
Mm.
And this whole time at this airport, because her arrest was at the airport and everything,
Yeah.
this whole time for 16 hours, I was like holding a crystal and like having
Mm.
panic attacks, thinking that I was gonna be arrested, even though I've never done an illegal thing
You've
in my
never
whole
done
life.
anything, yeah.
But I was just so traumatized from it. That was this whole 16 hours were hell. I was
Mm.
like convinced that something was gonna happen like that, even though there was no logic to it at
Yeah.
all.
Oh, that's awful. It's awful how it gets stuck as a trauma response. Do you think you're
Yeah.
okay now?
Oh yeah, yeah. It took a
Yeah.
few years, but
Yeah.
that whole situation really fucked me up
I
mentally
know.
for a few years,
Yeah.
really.
I think it didn't, I think because it didn't click at the time, it took a while,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
But things like that do, and like it's crazy how the brain then confirms it back and then like gets attached to it because you can know, like, you know, you've done something, you haven't done anything wrong, but when you're by yourself and you're like repeating the thought all the time, it becomes so real. But like you telling me now, you're just like, oh yeah, of course I wouldn't get arrested,
yeah,
but at the time it feels so real.
yeah.
Like I really believed there was like ghosts like in my house. And because one day I went to bed and I literally turned my light off, and like 5 minutes after, one of the bags fell onto the floor. So like things were like confirming it back. It was like that was a poltergeist. Do you know what I mean? But then I would be like shaking and sweating
Yeah.
in bed, and like, isn't
Oh,
it awful? Like what the body does.
yeah.
It's
I'm so
crazy.
sorry you went through that.
No, well, you too. It's awful. How
Mm,
did you get over it?
I think just time,
Was it?
and realizing that nothing was happening.
Yeah, nothing. You're really strong.
Oh, thank you.
You are. Because I know, like, and you've been, I mean, we don't have to talk about it, but like I've seen you, and because you've been open about it too, like on YouTube, like you have been through a lot and you just keep bouncing back, and you are so strong. And
Thank you.
I feel like I'm getting emotional, but I think you now, compared to like all the phases that I've seen you go through, I feel so happy to see you like this. Like you just seem so happy and like you. Do you know
Oh,
what I mean?
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're
Yeah.
really strong too. You've been through a lot in life.
I think everyone has.
That's true, isn't
Yeah,
it?
true.
Yeah,
But yeah, I feel like we're both in a good place. We're both in like,
yeah.
yeah, it's
In our
nice.
wholesome era.
Yes, yeah. I feel like we've done like full circle. Oh, I want to give you a
Aw.
hug. Love you.
Love you too. So glad you came.
Me too. I know.
I still have half of my burger.
Me too. I know.
Yeah, we've been talking.
Should we wrap it up?
I think we should wrap it up.
Okay.
So we can eat our burger, do our tarot
Yes.
before
Oh
we
my
fall
god.
asleep.
Yes. Okay.
It's like 2 a.m. or something, isn't
I
it?
know. I think it's like 3. It's 3.
Oh no.
It's 3. Literally dot on.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh. Touch
Do you think?
wood. No, don't
No,
worry.
because it's not real.
It's not real. And we're
I'm like,
we're here protecting you. We have Beverly protecting us.
yeah.
See, she protects.
She's protecting. Yeah. Oh, I love you, Bevs.
Oh.
Well, thank you for having me on.
Thank you so much. I hope you come back many, many times.
Me too. I would love to.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hopefully. And
Oh.
you, Bev.
Well, Beverly needs to behave. Yeah, you. Okay, her face.
I know, she's like,
All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Sophie, again for coming. It's
thanks for
been
having
great.
me. I've loved it.
Okay, bye bye, everybody. Have a lovely
Bye.
day.